Long day today. But we here. We here. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody, whether you liked my videos or disliked them. I haven't gotten any dislikes, I'm just saying that. Thank you so much for just taking time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. It did take me a lot to come on here and just be vulnerable and candid with y'all and be honest. And I know how I could be. I know how my opinion kind of like sometimes could rub people the wrong way. So I really appreciate y'all just like even taking time for those who did and supporting my channel and coming in, watching my videos, and even the people who did give my videos likes. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. But I just wanted to come on here today. I don't really have too much to say. But I did want to come on here and talk about, just kind of some of our leaders in the Black community, like some of like the more like well-known people, that we have. I watched another video. Shout out to the Black Diaspora channel. I love his channel. And just like I told y'all before, like I watch YouTube just like y'all watch YouTube. And that's why I wanted to be a part of this community, because there's so much insight that you could get. I mean, you could get a lot of negative stuff too. And like in my last video, I talked about just kind of, controlling your algorithm, or at least that's what I've been doing, is just trying to control my algorithm. And just kind of being mindful of the things that I do watch and the things that I do like kind of let, go into my system, or into my mental rather. But I love that channel because it's pretty much everything Black people need to know. And if you're not subscribed to that channel, I would suggest that you go and subscribe. If you're somebody who wants to know what's going on, not just domestically, but globally, that is the perfect channel. The perfect channel. And I just love the way that Mr. Scott like goes in on, just kind of understanding a colonized mind. He does have multiple books. I actually downloaded his books today, so I will be reading up on those books. You can find them, they're pretty easy to find. You can find them on Amazon. I like to do digital books that I could listen to while I'm en route to work and stuff like that. So I personally downloaded the audio books. But to each their own. Sometimes it is good to just have a book in your hand and kind of like skim through pages and kind of, do that whole thing. But, so yeah, like I did download his books today, but he's a bomb. Like he talks everything, like I said, that Black people need to know to better themselves and better their lives and just better our communities as a whole. But he had a conversation today that I wanted to come on here and talk about with y'all, because I think it's an important one. Just kind of looking at how, unfortunately, sometimes we have gatekeepers. In particular, we have civil rights leaders that have kind of been, in place for a long time, or at least if they're not considered civil rights leaders per se, just, Black voices that have kind of controlled the narrative for a very long time. And there was an argument made that I heavily agree with, that not only do we need a reshaping of our civil rights leaders and our Black leaders in our community, we also need to start calling the BS that's there. There's a lot of things that the Black community needs that we do not get. Over and over again, every time we go and vote, we end up just like with cake in our face, with pie in our face, because we're not getting a lot of the things that we need. Like if our leaders were actually going out there and fighting for us and representing us the way that they would, a lot of the systemic things that go on would not be going on. And I remember I made a friend of mine like really upset at one time because she's heavily she works heavily with the Democratic Party, and she's heavily in that whole political sphere. And I had made a comment about the Black Caucus, and sis went off on me. And the comment that I made was like, where are they? Essentially, like, where are they? What are they doing for us? And yeah, sis got tight. But I'm always one. I mean, I'm human, so I get in my feelings too, just like anybody else. I was a little bit in my feelings because she did come up. She's my older sis, so my older friend, which I look at like a big sis. So she kind of read me my rights, but she read me my rights in a big sis kind of way. But respectfully, you full of shit too, because it's like, I don't need you to speak from the standpoint of those are your peoples, those are your friends, which is how it came off to me. Be honest, and that's what I feel like a lot of Black politicians lack, is really being honest, really holding other politicians or other people that are in the Senate, the caucus, like all these Black groups, the NAACP. What's the other one? I don't even know if SNCC is still around. I know SNCC was around during the main hardcore civil rights movement, but I'm pretty sure SNCC, I'm pretty sure they're still around. I would have to double check that. Even BLM, Black Lives Matter, like these different organizations, it's like, yeah, you could be cool with them, but you got to be honest too on what's happening and what's not happening. And if they were really, to me, this is just my opinion, y'all could take it, y'all could leave it, I don't care. If they were really fighting for us, fighting for us, a lot of the things that happen systemically would not fucking happen. They would not happen. And even if they were happening, it would be more attention brought to it. Forget the media. It would be talked about so much and fought for so much. And these young people, because these young people nowadays, they're different. They don't tolerate the shit that my generation tolerated. They do not. They do not tolerate the things that we tolerated in regard to political things, in regard to, civil rights, in regard to even with the likes of Diddy and those, kind of pop culture figures that we've always had in place. These young people do not tolerate that shit. They call things out. They get on the TikTok and they investigate after they done swung their hips. They go off. As they should. And that's what I really do love. I mean, granted, they could be a bit annoying with the whole cancel culture shit and all that, But are they wrong a lot of times? No, they're not. And that's honestly what we raised them to do. And so they're doing exactly what we raised them to do, which is to be educated, to be outspoken, and speaking your mind. And that's why you see a lot of these people that have been grooming for years, a lot of these people that have been violating young girls, coming to the front of the congregation and being called the hell out. And the same way that we could call out some of these artists and some of these different people that, we know as public figures and all of that, is the same way that we can hold our politicians' feet to the fire. It's the same exact way. And so, I have made a comment, back to what I was saying, I have made a comment about the Black Caucus not doing more. First of all, I would argue that a lot of young people don't even know who the fuck the Black Caucus is. I would really make that argument. And when I got into that kind of back and forth discussion with my homegirl, and I did some more digging, because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm never too big to, number one, be wrong. I'm never too big to kind of take back some of my opinions, especially after I do more due diligence, after I do more research. I'm never too big to be called out for being wrong and proven wrong, and looking at things, as Wendy Williams said, I'm a woman. I'm a woman and I'm allowed to change my mind, period. But make me change my mind, though. Now, with all that said, even though I could change my mind, I'm not easily persuaded. I'm not easily swayed. you know. But yeah, like honestly, I went and I did some more digging, and I was like, shit, I was right. I was right. I was not wrong in how I felt and what I was saying. You know? And not just the Black Caucus, but a lot of the people that we know, like I said, from the media. And granted, you have a lot of people that have been stepping up. In my mind, you know, the likes of like a Don Lemon and a Joy Reid, I will say that I think when some people lose that syndication and that backing, that big media outlet backing, I feel like that's when they start saying, oh, let me speak up for Black people. Like it's always a thing of like, that's what it feels like. And only they know what's in their hearts, and only they know why they're doing what they're doing. But I'm gonna just say how it looks from the public interface point of view. From our point of view, it looks like, yo, like, what do you need? A new fan base now? What do you need? The Black support now? After, you know, some people would say, like, even with Joy Reid, like, you wasn't always saying what you needed to say. And, like, highly, highly educated, almost stupid educated. Stupid well-spoken, and I mean that respectfully. Stupid educated, stupid, like, well-spoken, just the top of the ranks. And now it's all of this, you know, Black rights, and this is what happened during, you know, historically, this is what happened during history, this is what, and it's like, yo, so it's like, where was all of that when you was on that network? But I think that everybody deserves another chance. And just like I said, I could change my mind. People could change their stance. Like, look at Majorie, what's her name? Majorie Taylor Greene, who was pumping her fist for Trump. Look at her now. Because my mother always told me, it's two things that clear folk lose their mind over. One, being children. The second, being animals. And when sis really saw what took place with the whole Epstein thing and the cover-up that was happening and still happening until today, she really had to take a step back and look at some of the things that she was saying, because she was a straight up bitch. Excuse me. She was being like highly disrespectful to Jasmine Crockett, and other people that we know, you know, on a public platform, right? And so, look, she's changed her whole tone. She's changed, you know, a lot of the things that she was saying. And although I will still give her the side eye until, like, I deem it for myself, until I deem it not necessary anymore, I still feel like she's allowed to change. I still feel like she's allowed to change. Absolutely, she's allowed to change. You know? So, you know, you got people like that. And, you know, I brought up Jasmine Crockett just now. And, you know, I know there was a comment made during the video that I watched. And I agree with that. Where he was saying, like, you know, kind of the wind been knocked out of her sail, you know, ever since she did that run. But she was running for something in Texas. She wanted to, you know, move up in the ranks, as she should, as she deserves. And I think when she saw that she didn't get the support that she should have got, I agree with the fact that kind of the rug was pulled out from underneath her feet. I think she was like really, really surprised at the lack of support that she received during that time. You know, and I really hate that for her, because, you know, I'm highly, highly opinionated. My homegirl got mad at me talking about Jasmine Crockett too, but I still stand on what I said, and I'm gonna say it again. Like, you know, and again, like, I don't need you to come to me as a friend. I need you to come to me as a Black woman and understand what I'm saying to you. And even if you don't agree with it, at least trying to see why I'm coming from that place before you get in your feelings. And before you want to make political shit about friendship, which I also talked about in my last video. Because at the end of the day, it's business. Business is business. Business is business. I don't care about your friendship. In the sense of, I'm not going to be rude and nasty, but I'm always coming from a place of love, even if it feels like I'm being a bitch. You know, because a lot of times people will misconstrue what I'm saying or take offense to what I'm saying instead of trying to see the bigger picture that I'm painting by what I'm saying to you. You know, but back on Jasmine Crockett, it's like, yo, number one, don't feel like the rug has been pulled from underneath you. And I know it's easier said than done, but sis, don't feel like that. We need you more than ever now. We need you more than ever right now, especially black women. But black people altogether, we need you. And we need you like, yo, they want to, this dude, Vance, want to talk about somebody else. Sir, do you want your nails done? Eyeliner? Cover girl? Do you want your nails done? Since you over here checking out people bundles and nails? Like, don't let these people get to you. Don't let these people get to you, Jasmine. But at the same time, and if I had to be honest with you, you need as much rebranding as Dr. Umar. You need as much rebranding as Dr. Umar do. Because Dr. Umar needs some rebranding too. And I'll get on his ass in a second. But, yo, still wear your nails. Still present yourself the way that you present yourself. But quit the pandering. Quit the pandering. I don't want to see ghetto Jasmine Crockett. I want to see the Jasmine Crockett that we came to love, which is the well-spoken, the freaking highly educated, stupid educated Jasmine Crockett. That's who I want to see. I have enough bitches pandering to me with the ghetto shit. I have enough of that. I have enough of that. That when I'm looking for like political talk, I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for that. Seriously. I'm looking for the intellect that a lot of us don't have the chance to get. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that education that a lot of us haven't sat in the classes that you've sat in to get. That's what I want to get. I don't want the ghetto shit. I could watch fucking Sexy Red if I wanted that. I don't want that from you. I want you to clean up your act. I want you to stop that pandering shit. Stop the ghetto shit. Kamala too. And I have a lot of mixed feelings on Kamala. I am not going to get on Kamala right now. Because that is a video in itself. With Kamala as a picture. By herself. Yeah, we don't need the collard greens in a bathtub convo. First of all, yuck. Fucking yuck. We don't need that. Go get you a fucking bucket, a clean bucket out of Dollar Tree if you're going to do all of that. I don't need no collard greens out your fucking tub. And I don't need that rhetoric. And I don't want white people knowing shit like that. I don't even want them hearing dumb shit like that. Because then it further conditions and further like gives this ghetto ass label that a lot of us don't want. So stop that. Stop that. Get you a freaking stylist. Go talk to some of the most stylish women that we know. Like, what's her name? Tamron Hall? Go holler at sis. Who else is fly as hell? Angela Rye? My baby. Olandria at this point? My baby. My dark-skinned baby. Go get you a stylist for them clothes. Go get you a stylist for that hair. You know, go rub elbows with those girls. And even Portia, go figure out who does their hair, who dresses them, where they shop. Like, go figure that out. And then you bring your educated ass back to the forefront and don't let these people knock you down. This is a PSA to Jasmine Crockett. And I'm coming to you with this from love. I'll tell you myself what I told my homegirl and she got tight. Get them wigs situated. If you're going to wear the wigs, wear them right. Wear them right. And present yourself right. Yo, my homeboy told me that a long time ago. And I swear to y'all, I love him till this day for that. That anything, and I'm going to tell y'all, anything that you're going to do in life, be fucking fly. Be put together. Present yourself. And 9 out of 10, you're going to get what you're looking to get. You're going to acquire what you're looking to acquire. Because that's the first way that people meet you before you even open your damn mouth to talk. The first way that people meet you is by how you present yourself. By how you present yourself. So yeah, Jasmine, cut that ghetto shit out. We don't need that from you. We need your intellect. We need your intellect. And I love you. We need your intellect. I love you for that. All right? But another person I wanted to, and you know what? I like I said, I agree. Like Al Sharpton, your time has come and gone. Roland Martin, your time has come and gone. First of all, Roland Martin, you don't want none of Dr. Umar. That's why you've been running from him for mad long. You don't want none of Dr. Umar will like eat you up and swallow you whole. You don't want nothing from him. You know why? Because the same people that grease your pockets do not grease his. So he don't have the same being in debt like you do. He don't got the same. He don't. That's why he could do and say the things that he want to do and say. And that's why a lot of times he don't get the funding. When you over here cashing checks and dancing with Hillary looking like a fucking clown. Looking like a damn Uncle Ruckus. Looking like an Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, y'all need to move up now. First of all, a lot of these kids don't even know who Al Sharpton, all right. Roland Martin, yeah, I know he has a very, very strong following, a very strong platform. But, sir, your time has come and gone. Make way for new blood. So that as a community, we can have black civil rights leaders like y'all had when y'all were younger. But yeah, it's definitely not no Al Sharpton. And you know what's so funny? I want to say Jay-Z said that many moons ago. Jay-Z said that a very long time ago. Yeah, we don't need y'all people like with the whole acting like y'all doing something for us. And you know, what I was saying before as far as like with our black leaders and how things would be different. Why is the fucking mortality rate so high for black? Why are black women dying to go give birth to a child? Why? Why are we still dying from that? And not even just the mortality rate, but the morbidity rate. Because I've been studying that lately. I'm actually getting ready to write a paper on that. Why is the morbidity rate so high? And why do they not talk about the morbidity the way they talk about the mortality? You know why? Because if they talked about the morbidity, then they would have to face the mortality. That's why they only talk about the mortality. The rates for the morbidity, I'm guaranteeing you that it's higher than the mortality. I'm guaranteeing you it's higher. A lot of black women walking around here with illnesses, with new wounds that will never be corrected, with lawsuits won because their body will never be the same from just giving birth. From just giving birth. And why the fuck why the fuck do it feel like there's still redlining? Why? Why do it feel like redlining still exists? Why? And we got people that are in the public view. Why? Why? Why is it so hard for black people to get a home? And we work just as hard as anybody else. Probably even harder. Why are black and brown people still condensed to these neighborhoods with these fucked up ass stores with fucked up produce? And it's even worse now in the climate that we in. Why? 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 I won't even touch on the reparations. I won't even touch on the reparations. So a lot of the things that y'all are supposed to fight for, that y'all don't fight for, yeah. How do you want better? Why are your NAACP chapters seeming like they're influenced by whatever community they're in? Why? Why? Are y'all the head people in the NAACP? Are y'all going to double check and looking at data from each chapter and each community? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I would even say that the chairperson that we have in the community where I live, predominantly white, is influenced. I could say that with clarity. I could say that with clarity. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. And if I had to give names of who I think should be in the forefront, definitely Tamika Mallory. Why the fuck Tamika Mallory ain't on a bigger platform than she's on? Yes, we all know her, but why isn't she globally known? Why? Why don't we see her more? Why? Why don't we see her more? So, honestly, Tamika Mallory should definitely be more in the forefront. Tamika Mallory should definitely be one of our main female civil rights leaders. And I'm going on the record to say it. I'm going on the record to say it. Y'all need to give more funding to her cause. Y'all need to give more understanding to the things that she's saying. Y'all need to join on her lives. I'm joining on her lives when I see them. When I see them, I join on them. And she's always talking black rights for us. Always. She's always coming through and representing black people like no other. Like no other. When BLM was doing good, sis was out there. Sis was out there. She was out there. We need to support that more. We need to support that more. And finally, Dr. Umar. I will say that I am one of Dr. Umar's biggest supporters, biggest fans. I ain't give him no money, though. I ain't even gonna lie. I done heard too much fucking stories. I ain't give him no money, though. I ain't give him no money. Maybe I should. Put my money where my mouth is, literally. I ain't give him no money. Because we've been waiting on that school since my daughter was 1 year old. My daughter's 19. Longer than that. There's people who got kids 24 years old. Finishing college. We still can't see the school yet. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I believe a big part of that is definitely people trying to stop that shit. It's not just Dr. Umar. It's not just Dr. Umar. It's easy for us to say that. But y'all know how it go when you're trying to make something happen. When you're trying to, whatever you're trying to do that's positive, that's going to uplift your life as a black person. You already know you feel the same way that anybody else feels sometimes, where it's like, why I feel like the system is working against me? Why I feel like they making it harder for me? And they are making it harder for you. They are. But you know what you do to that? You keep going. I will never forget, as easy as it is for me to come on here and make a video and post that video and do whatever, all the things, right? When I first was trying to do it, it was mad hard. It was like nothing was working. They wouldn't allow my storage to work on the phone. The video would be cutting out. Film? Everything was working against me. Until I put it down for a second and I went back. Still acting up. Put it down again, went back. And then it worked. Faith without works is dead. God will help you. Yeah, I believe in God. I believe God is who says faith without works is dead. I believe my God will help me. In all my freaking ratchet galore. Because I curse, I come on, I curse, I drink, I smoke, all of that. All the things. All the things. And I know I shouldn't do it. And I need to stop doing it. But God still loves me. His love is everlasting. But just because he loved me, don't mean that he's going to hand me the things that I want in life. I have to work towards it. I have to work towards the things that I want in life. So faith without works is dead. You got to put the work in. And like I said, I honestly believe that a lot of it is Dr. Umar's undoing, his own self-undoing, and his own self-sabotage. But some of it is people stopping greatness. And y'all got to know that. Y'all got to know that. Is he a bit of a radical? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But is a lot of the things that he say true? Yes. A lot of the things that he says is true. And I honestly believe the moment that Dr. Umar want to be honest and right his wrongs and rebrand himself the same way I said that Crockett needs to rebrand herself, things will change for him. But you need to bring your feet to the fire. You need to look in the freaking mirror. And you need to do right by your child. Forget everything. Forget everything else. And this is directly, I don't know if he'll ever see it, but I'm speaking directly to Dr. Umar, somebody who is his supporter, somebody, anytime he drops a video, I'm watching it. And I'm listening to the whole thing. I'm listening to the whole thing. Rebrand yourself. And that rebranding needs to be an honest, vulnerable, transparent rebranding. And then black people will take you back in their hearts. But Dr. Umar would make an exceptional civil rights leader. An exceptional civil rights leader. Dr. Umar is it. That's why these guys, Al Sharpton, Roland Martin, that's why they scared of him. That's why they don't want nothing to do with him. Because they already know he will cook their food. He will cook their food. The man is well read. The man is historically educated. The man is degreed up. Just like Jasmine Crockett. One of the things that we need to realize, one of the things that I've realized is when you start to educate your mind as a black person, you get very fucking ignorant. You get very ignorant. And you know why that is? Because not the surface shit that they allow you to know historically. All the things. Not the Tulsa and the whatever. Like, you know, the Black Panther. Not all of that. I'm talking about the stuff y'all don't know. I'm talking about the hidden knowledge that I'm still learning. I'm still learning it. I'm talking about the covered up mass graves. I'm talking about the books that they trying to hide from y'all. When you start knowing that shit as a black person, you get very ignorant. You get very radical and very ignorant. And that's why you find people like that. That's why you find people like Dr. Umar and other people like him. Because they're well read. And there's a bit of ignorance, good and bad. Good and bad that comes with educating your mind. The education of a Negro, not the miseducation. The education of the Negro. There's a lot of pain that comes with that shit too. So that's why you find radicals like that. Because they're well read. And they've pieced together a timeline. And they know what has taken place and what hasn't taken place. Even in modern times. Even in modern times. Like, if y'all go back, I will never forget, and I'm going to close on this, on the topic of civil rights. The main civil rights leader that we had, MLK. Go back and look at his video right before he died. Go back and look at the interview that he did, talking about the black community. That's why that man died. It's because of that interview right there. That's why he was killed. Because of that last go and look at his last. Matter of fact, I got y'all. I'll post it because I got good at that too. I'll post it for y'all. I want y'all to watch it. Watch his interview. Watch his interview, yo. And you're going to see why that man was killed less than a year later. Because he was ahead of his time and he loved his people. Okay? Educate y'all minds. Educate y'all daughters, yo. And it's okay. You can change, yo. You could be a bird today and you could turn around and be like, yo, I don't want this life no more. You could be a crackhead today. If your willpower say you don't want that shit no more, you're not going to do it no more. You could change your life. You could be a broke-ass bum today. If you want to change your circumstance, you will. It's your mind, and it's the things that you manifest for yourself. And just like I told y'all in my other video, I don't let people make me feel no way about who I am today. Because when I had shit, when I was sitting back with one pair of clothes, like one outfit for me and my baby, and I was watching people pass, and I'll let y'all know that story as time goes, God willing. You know, if God leads me to let y'all know that story about me, I'll let y'all know what my past was like. I'm not afraid of my past. I'm not afraid of my past. Because I know how I've grown from that. I know what I've come, like what I've come to be, what I've come from. So I'm not afraid of that. When I had one outfit that had to be washed all the time, and my baby had an outfit, and we had nothing, and I used to be in the city, in Manhattan, watching all the baddies, hair wasn't even done, feeling like shit, couldn't afford my nails. Lashes who? I ate that. And I did not make it make me envious. I did not make it make my heart green, my heart jealous, my heart hating. I didn't allow none of that to seep into my energy or my heart. I did not. I just worked on wanting more for myself and wanted to be better. And I still want more for myself and my generation and my kids. And I keep telling myself now, like, yo, the work that I'm doing now, of course it's for my kids to eat and benefit, but it's for their kids. It's for their kids. I love y'all. Be mindful of your ancestry. Be mindful of educating your mind. You can change your ways, good and bad. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Feel free to leave comments. Feel free to like. If you dislike, tell me why. Educate me, I educate you. Love on me, I love on you. Later.